Hey, this is Dan here back at Buddha. We're in our Airbnb host's friend's car, and we're going to see some villages around Morelia. And any thoughts, Chenghui?
No, they say it's very cold over there, and we will see how cold is it.
Yeah, we'll see how cold it is. And this is Juanito and Laura. They're taking us on the tour of these villages. They've been there before and they know about it, so off we go. So this is the first stop on our villages near Morelia tour. Capula, this is where they make those Day of the Dead figurines that you see all over Mexico. So right now we're in Capula, Mexico, and this village is famous for their Day of the Dead or Dia de la Muerte statues. Make sure to visit the artesian cooperative on the left as you enter the village, but also walk around the village and visit other studios. As you can see, there's quite a bit of variance in the size and shapes and colors. You're sure to find something you like. It's a small village, of course, so typical of these villages, there's food everywhere and great prices and often delicious family recipes. And then these farmers markets you'll find everywhere where there's fresh fruits and vegetables for great prices. Just to give you an idea of price, this red one here is 1,800 pesos, which is roughly $90, and this pink one here is 400 pesos, which is about $20. Here's this purple one here is 450, which is like $23. So stuff's really priced well. It's made of appears to be made of ceramic or clay, so you have to wrap it carefully, but it's a lot of fun. This piece is 800 pesos, which is about $40. Isn't that amazing? You might notice these are butterflies on her hat and shoulders and whatnot. Morelia and the surrounding mountains are known for the monarch butterfly migrations. So if you're here in say late January through I think March, the trees are just literally covered in these things flapping their wings. And so they're picking up local customs here, and it's beautiful. So this beautiful green. So the next town's called Quiroga. It's named after a bishop that I'll tell you more about later. This is a colonial era hacienda. Hotel. To give you an idea, rooms for a single is 300, which is $15 a night, and a double is $410, which is about $20 to stay in a hacienda like this. This would. No, I'm that's just okay. Chung found salsa around front here. Is it good? This is what they're famous for here. It's called, I think they call it carnitas.
Yeah, Janitzio.
Carnitas. Oh, this is a super charming little town here. It's called Quiroga, and we're in Plaza de Armas. And beautiful little water fountain there. There is an Indian up there on top, and I think I know his story. Let's see if it's confirmed right here on the statue. It's in Spanish, I can't quite make it out, so it's really beautiful little town here. It's lovely. Really lovely. Chung's enjoying a carnitas, which is the local food here, which I believe is a beef taco, or with salsa. And she, as usual, she filled it with more salsa than beef, but that's her trademark. So this town, Quiroga, is named after Bishop Vasco de Quiroga. Quiroga was sent to heal the gratuitous wounds created by the gratuitous murder by fire, torture, enslavement, and rape, and every other naughtiness you could do by a conquistador named Guzman. Bishop Quiroga set up schools to teach the indigenous people how to read and write, and help set up the artisan cooperatives around Patzcuaro Lake. This little village is known for the carnitas, and Chung was just having, or just finishing now. But so enjoy the lovely artisan shops and local street food. There's a great Saturday market here also, if you happen to be here on a Saturday. Quiroga has a more modest church, as you might expect. Same message. Oh, you like to smell tamales? Oh, maybe they're just queso and maize. And this is obviously the largest church here in Quiroga. It's right across the street from that smaller one.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
4 por 10 pesos.
Son 4 por 10 pesos.
Por 10 pesos. Sí. Oh, it's like...
¿Uno nada más?
It's like, what's that?
No. Flour?
How is it?
It's good. It's fun to watch them make it.
Yeah. Let's see what is the ingredient. It's very hot, huh?
Está caliente. Mucho caliente. ¿Te gustó?
So yeah, you're waiting for your... What is this?
Tortilla.
Tortilla.
Flour tortilla. Those are papas inside the little pan there, which is potato, and there's some. And the little yellow ones are habanero.
Yeah.
And tomato.
It's very nice, huh?
Yeah, and there's onion in there too.
Ahí hay un chilito.
Sí.
Te lo doy.
Es habanero, ¿ya?
Yeah.
Bueno.
Eso todo hay.
So in 1530, a conquistador named Guzman was greeted here in peace by the pre-Hispanic governor of this part of Mexico. I'm going to slaughter the name, but it's in writing. It's Tangasuan. And Tangasuan greeted him in peace with gold and silver, welcomed him to this area, and Guzman tortured him endlessly for months trying to find out where there might be more gold with permission from the King of Spain, and then burned him to death. And then they ruined their temple, which is up on the mountain. We'll see it in a minute ago, and they made this Franciscan church and convent that we're in now, which is definitely gorgeous. But it would have been nice if the Spanish would have did a little digging themselves and found some rock and kept the indigenous temple so we could see it today. We'll see in the ruins of it, which is gorgeous, but it would have been nice if they were a little more industrious. So the Franciscans came here and built this church I'm standing in now, and the convent we'll look at in a minute. And they were masters at creating symbols of the indigenous culture. Here we see, even above Jesus, is the sun in gold. The Franciscans used the local symbolism to attract the indigenous people so they could baptize them into the church, and it was fairly successful. Mexico has a very high percentage of Catholics. So around 1550, the priests started showing up, and the Franciscans showed up, and this was the first temple they built, 1550 to 1590, and later they built the church and the convent. And you can see some of the artwork was painted over. We're trying to restore it now. So anyway, this entire tour is on Google Maps. You just click the link below this YouTube video, and if you want to take this tour from Morelia. So this is the inside of the convent, and as you can see, looks like they may not have painted over all of the artwork in here, or this is just newer artwork. One of the two. It's definitely a gorgeous spot. This is the courtyard on the left side of the convent as you face the convent. Really beautiful. It's not just the buildings on the grounds that are beautiful, but the ground I'm walking on is beautiful too. None of them are dated, unfortunately, but maybe I can find something online about it. And pre-Hispanic pottery. This convent is definitely a nice visit. It's a nice little museum in this convent. I like the low lighting because it's kind of pre-electricity lighting, which of course this was. Busted. So the church and convent is over there. And now we're going to go see the ruins that the Spanish pillaged to make the church and convent. It's right up this hill here. I don't know if you can see it yet, but we're going to head there now. Well, we're in Tzintzuntzan, which is an original people word. So it doesn't sound Spanish. Chunk says it sounds Chinese to her, but I agree. And we just saw the Franciscan church and temple. And now we're going to look at the ruins that they tried to annihilate in order to make their church and temple. But thankfully, it's too big. And they were too lazy to completely destroy it. Wow. Gorgeous. What a gorgeous spot in the world. And somehow the people who built that little church and convent down there feel superior to these people. And maybe not today, but they did when they got here. Just gorgeous. Tarascan Ruins. These massive ceremonial structures were built by the Peripecha. The Peripecha controlled a territory in size second only to the Aztecs. The Peripecha kingdom originated in about 1325, but the capital was moved here to Tzintzuntzan in about 1450. These ruins are about 500 years old. Excavation started in 1992, found a room dedicated to storing the heads of enemies killed in battle. An on-site museum includes artifacts found during excavation. It looks like there's a base set of stones, and then there's a facade of larger flat stones that lie against it. Feeling lucky today that I got to see this. Some days just stand out more than others, and this is one of those days. What a beautiful place. So this is the museum on the grounds. Hola. Tzintzuntzan. Stones like this that had carving on it, the Spanish would have broken apart. They considered them idols, which of course a few survived, thankfully. That's the sun. This might be the universe, I don't really know. Or a snake. So you can see they're working with metals here, the indigenous people. Those are knives and tools, and some pre-metal stones for tools. You can drive on the main road if you want, but this road that goes along the lake is much nicer. So just go to the Google map I provide at the link below this YouTube video and make sure to follow that path if you're driving a car. It's more fun. There's Chimhoy over there holding her hat on. Is your hat gonna blow away?
You take my video, you have to pay $8.50.
Okay. Do you take check?
No, cash.
Cash only, okay. So it sounds like the ticket to the island is 65 pesos, which This is about 20 to 1 right now, so that's $3. Can catch a little ferry over to the island. See if you could spot Shamboy in this crowd. This is one long boat. It's called the Erica. So when you get off the dock, you just head up this center tourist area. It'll be pretty obvious. So we're on Isla Janitzio, and that up there is Morelia. The city of Morelia that we're staying in is named after him. Make sure to take a boat to visit the small island on Patzcuaro Lake. Walk to the top where there's this statue you're looking at. And then he's a hero of Mexican independence from this area. Make sure to wander around the island a bit outside the marketed tourist path to the top. This island, with its purely indigenous population, has no cars. Among those pathways, there are stands for souvenirs and restaurants. On the whole, it's a very colorful and little island. So if you're enjoying this video, could you please like it, subscribe, share on social media, or leave a comment below. That little act of kindness will help us rank better in the search engines, which will help our business do well, so we can keep traveling and enjoying the world. There's one more stop to go on this trip, on this day tour. There's a bunch of restaurants at the Chop, but one says the place to eat is over in Patzcuaro, which is where we're headed next. Just thought I would show you these bars and restaurants on the top. It's kind of a fun scene going on up here. Along with Morelia, the local hero. You can get the idea here. There's a lot of tarps up because it's been raining, but you can get a feel for it. It's a cool little path with restaurants, little gift stores, great views. A lot of these restaurants. This is the landing area on the island. We're just about ready to board a boat, but thought you'd like to see this. It's probably jumping in here when it's not raining or on a weekend. So yeah, it's a little like Peru. Huh?
Yeah, it's like Peru, so and for them it's more cheaper for them to fly in here.
It does remind me a little Peru. Yeah. Is it the colors? What's
the color?
So this is Patzcuaro. beautiful place. So this is Principal Plaza in Patzcuaro. This city, Patzcuaro, once competed with Morelia to be the capital of the state. Because it lost the competition, it remains smaller and less modernized. Some believe it's more beautiful and representative of days gone by. It's also a cheaper place to live than Morelia. It is a colonial era city with plazas and cobblestone streets. There are more expats living here per capita than in Morelia. Make sure to visit Plaza Grande, which is Plaza Vasco de Quiroga, which is where we are, and Plaza Chica, which is Plaza Gertrudis Bocanegra, and of course the Basilica. And do not miss Casa de los Once Patios. It was formerly a Dominican convent and now houses regional artisanias shops where you can see the local art. So we'll try to see all those today. It does feel like days gone by. Precious. So I'm in a convent built in 1745. And, they kept buying houses next door and building more of these patios, so it's called the House of 11 Patios. And they all just courtyards with water fountains, and it's a really nice area. The city really has its own distinct colors and flavors. It really is a unique place. And it's very peaceful. And so this is just a basilica. It's Tuesday night mass, I guess. It's about 6:15. So this is Plaza Chica. This was a woman who was involved in the independence movement, who Spain executed. click the link in the notes below this YouTube video if you'd like this Morelia driving map to these 4 cities we just discussed. Or click the link and you'll also find these everything to do in Morelia. Best this, best that, best everything else, and all of our Google Map walking tours. Thanks for watching our video.